Yes. Hi, everybody. How are you today? We have such a fun video today. We're going to be talking about lots of new products. So if you're joining me live, welcome. It is 11 a.m. Pacific time on Friday. Today is Friday, December 31st. Can you believe that? Tomorrow is 2022. So if you're watching live, Happy New Year's Eve. If you are watching me live, please say hi. Please just drop me a quick comment. Hi, Lori and Robin and Chris Ann. Hey, Jennifer, Barbara. Oh, and it says 8 other people, so I'm not quite sure who the 8 other people are. Hi, Sue and Linda. Welcome, everybody. This is Patty Bennett, and I am going to be showing you lots of fun new Stampin' Up! Products. We are going to go over products from the new January to June 2022 mini catalog, which starts January 4th. So not the 1st. It starts on the 4th. That's Tuesday. And then at the same time, January 4th, Sale-a-bration also starts. So I'm going to be going over this, explaining this. We're going to be talking about the products. I have some storage tips and hints for you. I have noticed that when you are watching one of my videos, or even if I just do it like an Instagram post or something, you really enjoy when I show you tips about ways that I store and organize my products. And I got to thinking, you know what? I love to see how other people do that as well. So I thought I would incorporate some of that into this video. So yes, Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Hello, I'm just scrolling back real quickly through the comments. Hi, everyone. Thanks for saying hi so that I know you're here. Welcome. So I think we have a lot of people jumping on. So let me just introduce myself again. This is Patty Bennett. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is the company, Stampin' Up! We have a big catalog, annual catalog every year, and then 2 what we call mini catalog. So this one coming up runs January to June, and simultaneously January and February we have Sale-a-bration. Now at the time of filming this live, December 31st, by policy, I am not allowed to open these catalogs and show you the inside, but I have the products all here around me to show you. So that's what we're going to go over. And I'm going to incorporate some of my storage hints and tips and show you the way that I like to organize my new product. Oh, good morning in New Zealand. So it's already 2022, Liz, for you. That is so exciting. Happy New Year. That's wonderful. That is so fun to think that there are people all over the world watching. Hi, Debbie, Dorothy, Karen, Linda. How are you all? I hope you're having a great day. Oh no, Barbara says it's minus 41 degrees in Winnipeg. Well, stay warm, my friend. I think we are having actually 50s today. It's warming up here. Oh, hi, Carol. You are not far from me, just about an hour away. Welcome. All right, so let's look first at the beautiful designer series papers. And I just want to explain to you, because I always get asked this question, where do you get these amazing charts, and who makes them, and how do you get them, and can I buy them? So these charts, this is just an 8.5 by 11 thick basic white piece of cardstock, and then on each one there are pieces of all of the new designer papers. So what I do is that at the beginning of each new catalog, I order an extra pack of all of the paper, and I send it to one of my downlines. She lives about an hour and a half away, and she makes these charts for me. Her name is Christy, and she is amazing, and I love these. And I've asked her if she would like to sell them, and they are such a lot of work that she is not interested in selling them. But I'll just tell you, if you are interested possibly in making your own, here's a tip for you. If you basically cut some 1-inch strips and some 2-inch strips, you can puzzle these together. So this would be if you wanted to make a grid, you could do like 2 by 4, 2 by 3, 1 by 2. You could do 2 by 2. And then this, of course, would be a narrower strip, like a 1/2 inch or something. But that's basically what these are. It's just kind of a grid. So if you start by cutting 1 inch and 2 inch strips, you can cut them into squares and rectangles, and you can make these yourself. So they're really great. She does such a beautiful job, and it is such a fun way for me to share the paper with you. So let me just start with this one. This, I think, could be my favorite in the catalog. And it is actually a 6 by 6 stack. It's called New Horizons. And I did pull it out here because I just want to point out that here is what a full 6 by 6 piece might look like. These are some gorgeous, they're hand painted, and they are almost like a painting in and of themselves. You could stamp a tree and a greeting and make this a card front or put it on a scrapbook page. I mean, these are amazing. And the backs are more of just sort of a loose design or wash. So I just wanted to show you that that's what the full 6 by 6 would look like. And here are just some examples of all the beautiful colors and all the different pieces that are in the New Horizons pack. So that's 6 by 6. Then this one, so here's something interesting to note. Stampin' Up! Actually did a 4 by 6 pack. And I don't know if you remember, but many, many, many years ago, Stampin' Up! Had lots of 4 by 6 packs. And I like them because they just will fit a card front so nicely by just cutting off a little bit. And this is a specialty pack, and this one is called Abstract Beauty. And you can see, I think, when I tilt this, that there are gold foil accents on these pieces. So the back sides, like right here, for instance, do not have the gold accents, but then the front would have the pretty gold foil. So that's a 4 by 6 stack. Still 48 pieces, but 4 by 6 in size. So just something to note on that if you're planning any type of project. This one is gorgeous, artfully composed. It's 12 by 12. It does have a bundle that goes with it, and we'll be looking at that. I just thought we would go through all of the paper first, and then we'll look at some bundles and dies, and we'll look at the accessory items. I do have some samples to show you. So if at any time you have a question about a product, please let me know. I'm doing my best to keep an eye on the comments. Love this one, mainly because Calypso Coral is just one of my absolute all-time favorite colors, and you'll notice the Calypso Coral in this, so that's what really draws my eye to that one. This one is going to be so fun for baseball season, for sports enthusiasts, for Father's Day, graduation, male birthdays, or anybody that loves baseball. And this is a 12 by 12 paper pack, and it's called Hey Sports Fan. Very fun, very cute pack, and great colors. It does have a bundle to go with it. This one is another 12 by 12 package, and it is called Heart and Home. It has a whole suite that goes with it. And actually, I have a couple samples I just want to show you real quick. You've probably seen these already on my blog. I think this one was yesterday, so I've used this piece here in the background, and then the flower stamp from the bundle. And this one I made sort of my own background paper by stamping the big floral stamp in the background with pale papaya, but just used a strip of the paper as a little accent. And I want to show you this. I don't think I pointed it out in my blog post, but I mixed 2 ribbons on here, and I think this is a really kind of a fun idea. So it's that iridescent sheer ribbon and then a piece of the pale papaya ribbon. I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. I hope so. I really liked how that came out. So that is that one. And then this one is called, let me get it right because I always say it wrong. It's Symbols of Fortune. There we go. And I don't know why I always want to say Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, Forgive me in advance if I accidentally do. But it's Symbols of Fortune. It does have a suite that goes with it. It's gorgeous. I love the floral images and the gold shimmer foil. It's so pretty. It gives you a nice Asian kind of feel to it with the cranes and the bamboo. And I think these are ginkgo. Is that right? I think that's what that is. Really beautiful. And the colors are just delightful in this. Soothing, soft, beautiful. Love that. Here is something I've actually been working with recently. It's exciting. I love it when I start working with the new papers. And so this is kind of a mega suite where there are 2 bundles that go with this paper. And this one is called Flowering Fields. I have just a quick fun story about this to share with you. When I went to Stampin' Up! In September to celebrate my belated $2 million in career sales, I got to meet with the new product team and with the artist who actually did the artwork for this. And she gave me copies of some of her original art designs and how it transformed into the designer paper, kind of that process. And I'm not sure, I have to get permission. I have to ask if I can show that, but I can probably share that on a future video or a blog post. But so this paper is actually kind of special to me just because of hearing about that from her. So the front sides have the beautiful tulip florals, and then the back sides are just a little bit more plain or geometric. And I really think that this is going to be gorgeous. Again, this catches my eye. These are total Patty colors. Like this is just screams Patty. Let me show you a couple of samples that I've been working on. Actually, I guess just one of them, no, 2 of them have the designer paper. So this one is a piece of the designer paper in the background, which kind of gives you that illusion of the vanishing point of the tulip fields. And then I used a backside here for the cloudy sky. I think that turned out really pretty. This is stamped, and this is one of the bundles with the flowers. I don't think these necessarily have to be tulip-ish, if you know what I mean. I think these can just be any sort of a beautiful flower. And then here's another one that I did. So this is stamped, and we are going to be doing this one next Friday on my weekly live. So if you want to see how to use that stamp and kind of line it up and get that vanishing point effect, we'll be going over that next week. But here I cut some of the tulips out of the designer paper just so that I could incorporate those colors again and that tulip feel. So we'll be doing this one and another card next Friday with this tulip suite. So I hope you enjoyed that. I love this. Yes, my favorite suite as well, I think, Juanita. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, thanks, Ellen. She loved my story. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling back just a minute on some comments to make sure I didn't miss any questions about the new products. And then one last pattern that is in the 2022 mini catalog. So this one is Valentine's Love, just fun, bright colors. It's called Sweet Talk. And it also has 2 bundles that go with it. So great for Valentine's, great for anniversaries or love or kids or parties, or just really cute. Like I love the little candies that are in this one. Really fun. And so that is actually in the beginning of the catalog, the 2022. So then we get to Sale-a-bration. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about Sale-a-bration first with this paper. So I'm going to grab these stamp sets that go with Sale-a-bration. So we're going to go over all of this. If you are not familiar with Sale-a-bration, Stampin' Up! Offers a free gift with every $50 or $100 purchase during the dates. So January 4th to February 28th. And there are stamp sets and designer papers in this catalog that are available for those 2 months This daffodil paper is a 12 by 12 package, and it coordinates with the daffodil bundle in the catalog. So it's a nice coordination, and you can earn these products with any purchases. I know a lot of my customers get confused and they think that they only can order out of this catalog to get free gifts, but that's not true. You can order out of the annual catalog, the clearance rack, or the mini catalog and earn the free products. So this daffodil 12 by 12 is available as a free gift. Sunshine and Rainbows is a 6 by 6 stack, 48 sheets, and you can earn this stack free with a $50 order as well, and it coordinates with the rainbow bundle in the catalog. This one is called Marvelously, kind of a play on words for marvelously, because it's marbled. One side is sort of more of an alcohol ink wash, and one side is more marbled. So you have the 4 colors in the pack. That's a 6 by 6 stack, so that would be a free option. And then this, let me grab the stamp set that goes with it. So this is actually a free bundle, and it is a pack of 12 by 12 paper and the stamp set. Hello, friendly hello. And it is available when you have a $100 order. You could select this. It only comes together, so you cannot select just the set or just the paper. It's a bundle. It comes together free with a $100 order, and it's beautiful. Look at these colors and the patterns and the way that it coordinates, and you can also use the stamps to stamp right on top of the images. So if you wanted to get a little extra outline on there, you could do that. Just really gorgeous. So that is available as a Sale-a-bration gift. And then we have 3 more stamp sets that I wanted to show you. Oh, you know what? There's another one too. I'm just glancing. Here it is. Actually, there's 2 more. This one, and hang on, where's my other one? I'm going to have to look for that. There's another set that's Sale-a-bration, and I might have left it downstairs, but I'll keep looking up here on my sets to try to find it. But anyway, Island Vibes is a stamp set that's available, and I have seen some really gorgeous things with this. At first I thought, these are kind of 3 unrelated items. What would I do with this? I have seen beautiful samples, so I'll be using this soon. This is so cute. Look, Catching Butterflies. Isn't this adorable? Isn't she cute? She'll be fun to color with Stampin' Blends or maybe regular markers or watercolor pencils, but easy to color because it's small. It doesn't require a ton of work or shading. So really cute. And cute greetings too. I like it when there's some fun greetings. The otters are cute and fun. I've seen a lot of samples with them. So this is also a Sale-a-bration set that's adorable for a $50 order. And this one, I think this might be my favorite. Isn't this so cute? I love these 3 cars. They're adorable. And I did see a hint from my downline Leticia, a member of my Love to Stamp group, and she went ahead and cut the rubber stamp. Let me just point this out to you. So if you cut right here and you cut apart and then you cut here and cut this apart, it gives you a little bit more flexibility where you could just stamp the car, or you could even use the balloons like with the otter or with that little girl we just looked at. So look how cute this would be. If you cut this apart, okay, like Leticia did, you could stamp the balloons right here, and the otter could have the party hat and he could be going to a party. You could also just stamp the little stack of gifts next to him. So I think that by cutting this apart would really stretch your possibilities with this. And I know a lot of us do end up with extra Sale-a-bration gifts, so you might want to have one set that you leave together and one set that you cut apart. So that's just a possibility. I think that's really cute. Yes, brilliant as always, Tammy says. I think that's such a perfect idea. I loved seeing Leticia cut that apart. And then, now I can't show you in here, but there's another set for $100. It's called Special Moments. And I'm glancing up here to see why. I don't know where mine is. I don't know where I put it. I must have set it aside for some reason, but there is another set and it's for a $100 order. I'm sorry I can't open the catalog and show you, but it is a set of 21 sentiments. So it mixes and matches with like everything in the catalog. So that is Sale-a-bration. If you have any questions about that, let me know. And yeah, Special Moments. Thanks, Jennifer. I don't know where mine is. I don't know where I put it. That's so odd that it's not right here. But that is Sale-a-bration. And designer paper. So I think we got through all that. So now let's talk about let's do the embellishments. And first, I'm just hopefully not going to knock over my camera. So first I'm going to pull this in and I'm going to show you this because like I said in the very beginning, lots of you have tons of comments and you love seeing the way that I organize things and store things. And just a disclaimer, I love everything out in front of me. Like everything is here. It's all in front of me. My ink is in front of me, my Stampin' Blends, my brand new sets. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I have this, I hope you can see that. I have just this little caddy with my most used sized clear blocks right in front of me. And I have, you've seen this before. I'm not going to go over this in detail, but all my die cuts in little cellos, so they're ready to go to stamp greetings. I just have it all right in front of me. So we're going to talk about this because we haven't talked about embellishments in a while. And I want to show you something that I ordered on Amazon. It's from Avery and it's called a 4x6 vinyl envelope. And it shows a picture of a passport, but of course you can use it for anything. My team member, Jason Laux, he, not to be confused with our son, Jason, it's a different Jason. He showed me what he was doing with these, and he has been storing his embellishments. Let me just tuck this back in so you can see. So he's been storing his embellishments in these pockets. So here's what they look like. You get a package of 10 there, and you can see how thick and nice they are, aren't they? They're super sturdy, really nice. I just print out on my Brother P-Touch a label, and then I keep my packages inside. Okay, so I have my pebbles, my polished dots, faux sea glass, hexagons, iridescent rhinestones. Let me see what the other new ones are here. I think there are more new ones. And I actually might have them in a bucket. I think I might. Are there more than this? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are more. Let me look in the catalog, see what I'm missing, so that I can show you. Oh, butterflies. I'm not sure where they're in here. They're in here. I know I put them in here. Rhinestones, resin dots. Well, okay, they might be in another, they might be somewhere with something I'm working on. They're butterflies. We've got the iridescent. Yep. And, oh, and the stars. Resin stars. Where did they go? I don't know why. I'm sorry. I must have put some of my new stuff in another bucket. But this is most of the new embellishments. And you can just see how nice they are in these great little vinyl envelopes. And so this container, I've shown this before, but I think you can see if I tilt it like this. It's by Interdesign. This is a company that's available on Amazon, I believe also at the Container Store, and I think that's where I originally got it. And what I love about this is that it's called a cabinet organizer, is that you can see there's a divider here, here, and here. So it means that if I take a couple things out, the whole thing isn't going to fall down. I can take a couple of things out and they basically stay upright. And so that's what I love about this. So you can just see I have my in color squares, holiday rhinestones, opal rounds, elegant gems. Everything's here and labeled, and I absolutely love these things. So these are wonderful if you are looking for any kind of an organizer. Let me say, I'm just looking if there were, yes, more than one pack. So let me show you. I think in almost everything I have 2 packs. Sometimes I have 3 packs. And yes, so it'll hold multiples. Like holiday rhinestones, look, there's what, 5 in there? Yeah, so they hold a lot. And they're perfect. I just love these. So I don't know if you're looking, maybe the number would help, 74806, if you're looking on Amazon. Avery 4x6 vinyl envelope. So now they'll probably sell out because all of you are going to run over there after my live, right? So let me just show you, because also people ask about this. So this is my Brother P-Touch labeler. It's Bluetooth. And so it connects to my phone. And on my phone, which I can't show you because I'm filming this with my phone, on my phone, I just type whatever I want it to say, and then I click print, and it comes out right here, and then you click this and it cuts it off, and that's what I used for all my labels. And I like big, as you know, as big as I can get the font, because my eyesight isn't that terrific, and I struggle if I'm trying to read the little type on the Stampin' Up packaging. I struggle. So I like it to be large and readable. So we'll just quickly look at those new ones. So these are the hexagons, super adorable. I have used them on the ladybug wings and flower centers. So I think I showed you this a couple weeks ago. Aren't they cute on there? So those are hexagons. There are pebbles, which are going to be really cute with anything like the rain boot set or a pot of flowers. Those are going to be really fun to make a little path. We have faux sea glass, which is similar to the pebbles, but this really does look like sea glass. I don't know, do any of you collect sea glass? I do. If you live in a coastal area, you're probably familiar that the glass washes up on the beach and it has been tumbled by the ocean and the rocks, and it just gets this kind of frosted look. So this is very reminiscent of what real sea glass looks like. Polished dots and iridescent rhinestones. These are similar, and these are going to be my favorites because I just love a little touch of bling with a little touch of color. They're just beautiful. Love these. And then let's see. Oh, these have already been available, so I'm not going to go over that. I'll just tuck those back there. And then also in my embellishments, I have my new doilies, so we can look at those while we're talking about embellishments. So backside, you have white, and you can use your sponge dauber, your blending brush. You could spritz, you could brayer, you could make this any color if you wish, but it does come in the 3 colors. So you have the moonlight, the gray, and the cinnamon cider on the front. And I've actually made things with this, but I can't show you yet because it's for an upcoming event. So I can't show those yet, but I have used them. So speaking of the labels, let me show you something that I love to label. And this is how I store my dies. And I'm going to show you how I'm storing my brand new dies in a minute. But this is a system from the company called Stampin' Storage, and you might recognize their logo. I post quite often about them because I use their storage system for my ink pads and my cardstock and my designer paper, excuse me, my dies. I have lots of their nice, sturdy wooden products. So this particular way that I store my dies, this is called a creative crate. This is a medium-sized one. They have 3 different sizes, and it's super sturdy, amazingly well-made wood products. It's beautiful. You can get it also with a lid if you prefer. And then they have these great new dividers, and you could use these anywhere. Like, this doesn't have to just be in this crate. I've actually cut some of them down and used them in other of my organization as well. But this is the size, and I use that Brother P-Touch labeler to label the subjects. So I have basic shapes, which would be like ovals, squares, circles. I'm not getting rid of those, even though some of them have been retired by Stampin' Up. Also the shapes, the stitched shapes. So some of these that retire, I'm keeping because I think these are just, pricelessly wonderful to keep. And then I have nature, I have butterflies. So I have 3 of these. They're behind me next to my Big Shot, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the actual dies, I will show you how I like to store these or organize these. So this is a magnet card from Stampin' Storage, and this is a storage pocket from Stampin' Storage. This is how the magnets come. They have different sizes. I use 6x7, and this is what the storage pocket looks like. I match it to the 6x7. I use the Brother P-Touch to put the name of it on the little tab. There are 4 tabs that go across, and I also put a label here on the actual magnet card. So that's how I like to store them. And here's a tip. You might think that this is the front because it's easy to put it in, but my tip for you, and I've shared this before, is put that recess to the back so that this entire piece of your magnet sheet and every one of your dies is totally covered with the plastic. If you store it the other way, and you can see I still have some of my older ones stored this way, I just haven't flipped them around, I haven't flipped my label, you run the risk of like catching it, or it could pop out easier. So I am going to have to go through and flip all of my older ones. But anyway, I was starting to say I have 3 of these behind me. So I have other categories like party, flowers, hearts, masculine, baby, all sorts of different categories. So this is how I store them once they've been out in a catalog a while or I have used them a while. And by the way, if you are looking for any of the links for this, I'm going to post it in the description of the video right after we're done. So you don't have to worry about jumping off the video and searching around. I will post those links, so don't worry about that. And after I've used my dies for a while, after they've been in a catalog for like a year or so, that's when they get filed like this. So now let me show you what I do when they're brand new and I've just received them. It's a new catalog and I'm organizing all my new stuff. And this is going to be new for me this year. So I have this, let me see if I have an empty one. I do, let me show you. So these containers come in all different sizes. They're on Amazon, And the company is Story, but it's STORI. So you can look for that, STORI, on Amazon, all different sizes. And I think they come like in 2-packs, 4-packs, 6-packs, whatever. So I have lots of different sizes. And actually, let me just give you a little tip. Oh, and this is one of them as well. This is one of the long, skinny ones that I was showing you earlier. I got a whole bunch of these, all different sizes, and my husband uses them in his tool chest. So in his tool chest drawers, he kind of puzzles them in there, uses all different sizes, and he'll have like certain screwdrivers or just different tools in each one, and they're great for organizing in drawers as well. I just saw a question about the Brother P-Touch. Yes, this is the one I just showed. This is the one I use, and it is called a cube, and it is Bluetooth to my phone. So there's no keypad. So it's just called a P-Touch by Brother. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, good, Lori. She ordered some of these. Wonderful. So, okay, what size? So this, let me measure. Let me tell you, because I can just get out my handy dandy ruler. So this particular one is 9 by 12. As far as I know, they are all this deep, which is, let me measure. It's not quite, I don't think it's quite 2 inches, but let me see. It's like just shy of 2 inches. To my knowledge, all of them are the same depth, but different size of rectangles and squares. So let me get back to this. So what I decided to do, let me tilt this just to kind of show you the overview here. I showed you already how I label the Stampin' Storage pockets and put my dies on the magnet sheets. So I have decided, and this is a trial now here for 2022. We'll see if I love it or not. That in this box on my desk will be, so for instance, we have the Dahlia dies, and then behind it, the Dahlia stamp set. And that's how I am going to keep them. They'll be here like this. And I will be more inclined to use these because they're right here and they're organized, and I don't have to search for the die that goes with the stamp set. So we're going to see how that works out. I will report back to you. But I did find, oopsie, we now have slimline dies. And so I had to order the slimline magnet cards, and they have shipped, but they're not here yet. So I don't have those yet to show you, but I will show you those as soon as I get them. And I think those will just tuck right here, or I might stand them up in the back. We'll see. But yeah, that was kind of funny. I was like, oopsie, should have thought about that ahead of time. So let's look at some of these bundles while this is out here. And while I'm going through these, if you have questions, I would love for you to ask, and that will help me kind of to know what things maybe to work on for the future videos or blog posts. I'm just grabbing the paper that goes with this one. So here we have that beautiful artfully layered set bundle, the dies that some of them match, some of them kind of stand on their own, and we have the beautiful paper. And I am going to actually guess, let's look, I wonder if, oh, maybe not. I thought maybe that one would cut some of these out, but it's not looking like it. I guess not. Okay, well, it was worth a try. So that's the artfully layered. I think this is gorgeous. I'm going to absolutely love working on this. And then kind of in a similar vein, which I think this paper is going to work well with this, is this palm set. And so there are larger and smaller palm tree images, and sort of, you could use this for mountains, sand, water, grass, whatever. You have grass here, beautiful fonts, and then dies that you can use to cut out. And I think this is going to be so much fun to use. Super, super, super looking forward to that. And I think, I bet, oh, even this, look at that. You could even just do a palm tree on this. But I was trying to think if there was maybe, not that, that's not very palm tree-ish. You could put it on here. You could make a palm tree scene on there. You could do a palm tree scene on here. These are amazing. This is that New Horizons paper that we looked at in the beginning. So there are so many patterns in here that you could use. Well, maybe not that one, because that almost looks like a snowy Alps scene. But there are so many in here that you could use. Wouldn't this be fun? Yeah. Lots of possibilities with this paper and this bundle. I'm super excited to work on that. Let's see. I was just looking if there's any questions. Is there a reason you store your dies separate from the stamp set? Oh, yes. Instead of, so there is that option. There are smaller magnet sheets that you can put in here, and then you would store your stamp set over here and your dies over here. So Libby was asking, is there a reason I don't do it that way? The reason is I think there are so many possibilities of using dies with something other than the stamp set that it's meant for. And so if my die is hidden in here and I can't access it just by, like thumbing through my dies, then I'm going to miss that possibility. So the way my brain works, I mean, I love seeing that, I could use this for another stamp set or a paper or something. That's just how my brain works. I need to be able to just look through these, thumb through here, thumb through my boxes, and see them separately. So that's why. That's the reason that I do it. And there's no right or wrong. It's absolutely whatever works for you. And there was a question about the company. So it's Stampin' Storage is the one I use. I use the 6x7 magnet card and then the 6x7 storage pocket, also from Stampin' Storage. And I will be putting the link to that, Bella, at the top of this video in the description after I'm done on here. All right, so we'll put this in, and then let's look at rain boots. How cute is this? How adorable. This is going to be so fun with those pebbles. Remember we looked at the pebbles? Can't you just see some pebbles under the boots or under the watering can? This will be fun, and I love that we can cut them out with the dies. And this, I know this looks funny, but this cuts out all those stems, and then you can stamp the flowers, these little tulips, separately, and then die cut them and put them on top. Gives you lots of layering options. I love that. I think that is so cute. So let's look at, I think we started to look at this very briefly, but the Dahlia has 2 sets. So in this case, I have 2 magnet sheets. These are going to die cut your shapes. And then this is kind of like, isn't it the succulent one that we have that cuts out this beautiful full size, just a beautiful background. Wouldn't it be gorgeous as a background? Yeah, so that's this one. And so to preemptively answer your question, yes, 2 of them fit very easily into the pocket. You could probably fit 3, but 2 are very comfortable in the pocket. The rainbow is so fun. Look at this. So we have different rainbows to die cut, different rainbows to stamp. And then do you remember the rainbow paper? That was for Sale-a-bration that we looked at in the beginning. And look how fun it's going to be to mix and match with the rainbow paper, the dies, the stamp set. And I found this out by looking at Instagram, that those die cut perfectly. How exciting is that, and how amazing, how easy. That's going to be just the easiest thing to make that little rainbow into separate pieces if you wanted to. There's clouds in there. So this is going to be a really fun, mix and match. And I am planning to stock up on a couple extra packs of this because I would love to still use it with this bundle for the next several months, even when it's not available after Sale-a-bration. You're welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the ideas. All right, so what do we have here? Daffodil? We didn't look at this one yet, did we? This, again, is a set that had too many for one magnet sheet, so I separated it. I maybe could have crowded it onto one, but yeah, that might be a little too much. So we have that daffodil paper. That is a free Sale-a-bration option, and it's not really meant to exactly, like the stamps and the dies and the paper don't actually coordinate to, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to use this to die cut that. It's not going to work. But it works as a background, or it works to, you could use the Easter blessings on here, like however you'd want to use that. They do coordinate as a beautiful way to make gorgeous projects. It's just going to be so beautiful. Same place, Louise. Everything I was showing you is from Stampin' Storage. So the dividers, the pockets, and the magnet cards, it's all Stampin' Storage. And I will link that at the top. Oh, and you know what I should say? So if you're watching this live, today is December 31st. These are, excuse me, not these, the magnet sheets, the pockets, everything at Stampin' Storage is 10% off and free shipping through January 3rd. So wait and grab the link after I post it at the top of this video in the description. I'll do that after, but I want you to be able to grab that 10% off and free shipping if you would like to shop for any of that Stampin' Storage and organization products. Let's see, I think there was a question. Oh, I got it, yeah. Okay, can I see your label on one of the dies? Yes. So this is what I was just showing you from my Brother P Touch. And I put it on the magnet card, and I put it also on the storage pocket. And that way, if this gets separated from my pocket, or, I mean, it's pretty obvious that these are daffodils, but some of them I may not know them by heart, and I may need to know the name of it. So I like to label them both. Yeah, it would be really close. Teresa is saying she managed to get it all on one sheet. You could. Yay, hey Angie, she says it's January 1st there. Happy New Year. All right, let's see. Let's look at, we started to talk about this. I showed you those samples earlier of what I was working on. So there are two bundles with the tulip. Let me get my little die cut extra bicycles. Aren't they cute? Look at that adorable bicycle. I've got my adhesive sheet on the back so that it makes it easy to assemble. But this has two bundles in this tulip suite. So you have the flowers and the sentiments and the dies that cut them out, or I'm going to have to do a video for you. All of these dies are like standalone, and they are amazing. I can't wait to show you how these make gorgeous 3D tulip flowers. They're amazing. And then I showed you this. I told you, let me see, I'll show you one more time. So here's that cute bicycle. And next Friday, we're going to do this and the other card that I showed you earlier using these two stamps. And they just come back to a vanishing point, and it's an amazing way to make a field of flowers. I think it's just amazing how it works. And I'm so glad that they showed me at Stampin' Up! How this works when I was there for my $2 million trip, because I wouldn't have figured it out looking at this. I'd be like, why do we have a Christmas tree and what is that? So very fun. So we will be doing that project and the other 2 cards that I showed you earlier with this suite. We'll be doing those next Friday. So you have your windmill and you have fence pieces and the cute little bicycle and all the tulips. So again, 2 bundles with that suite. We just have a couple more of these and then we'll go to the accessories. So we have ranunculus, and this is a beautiful flower. It's beautiful in the garden as well. So you can die cut either the image or you can cut separate ranuncula flowers that are beautiful. So this is going to be super fun to use. And what is this? Oh, Flowers of Home and Blessings of Home. I showed you earlier. I'll just grab that again. So this was one that I showed you, and I have others that I have already blogged. I have another one that's coming up soon, but that is this image, and it's beautiful to die cut it. So that's a fun one. It's just such a beautiful flower to color, easy to color. Sweethearts, we looked at that paper. So this paper is part of this whole suite. And then there is another bundle, kind of a mega suite. So you have Love and Happiness set. And then this is one of those hybrid embossing folders where you can emboss and die cut at the same time. This heart, the background, you have hearts that you can use separately. You can use them with this. And I was thrilled to see, look, it fits. So you have both the dies and that 3D embossing folder both fit together in the pocket. So again, part of my experiment just to see how I like storing it like this. And then you have the cute little hearts and the dies that go with that. It's going to be very fun to make Valentine's with this suite, don't you think? This one I am very excited to use, because it just reminds me of our shed in the backyard with, like, we have all that stuff in the shed. Well, the ladder is in the garage, but the other stuff is in the shed. And I think this is going to be super fun to use. I love how they gave us the separate spade, or the shovel part of the shovel and the spade part of the spade, so that you could die cut this with silver foil when you assemble it. Won't that be fun? Very cute. Let's see. Thanks, Gay. I talked about those at the beginning. You'll have to rewatch if you missed the beginning about the designer series paper charts. And then, oh, this actually goes with the Flowers of Home. And there is a beehive embossing folder. So all of these things are part of that Blessings of Home suite. And I'll grab that paper to show you again. So here we go. That paper is part of this suite, and 2 bundles and the embossing folder. So I'm just checking on questions. Oh, thanks, Tammy. She says one of her favorites. Yeah, so pretty. You're welcome, Rosalie. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, yeah. So Susan is saying she wouldn't have figured out that tulip stamp set either. I know. I was, at first when they showed me, when we were there in September at Stampin' Up, I was like, wait, what does that do? How do you work this? And then when they showed me, I said, oh my gosh, this is a brilliant design. That's just amazing. And then let's see, I think we just have one more, and then I have a little funny story for you. So the Eden's Garden, this actually came out, was this November I believe. This was a pre-release. So the paper that goes with this is not going to be available after January 3rd. So if you want that paper, that's something you're going to grab now. But this bundle is still available. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Deborah. She says she loves the organizational tips. No. So Flo is asking, great question, about the embossing folders. She says, do I put these in pockets? And I don't. I do label them, same system with the labeling with my brother P-Touch. And then I just have them here on my desk standing up in a little, it's actually a napkin holder, like for your dining table, you know, where you have just a little holder that holds like 24 napkins. That's what I have them standing up in on my table over here. And I just have them handy just to use them. There are a couple of other embossing folders. You have splatters and stripes. Let me see if I put my hand back there. I think you can see. I think these are delightful. I think these are very fun, different than just your typical geometric splatters and stripes. Love these. So those are also new as well. And then there are masks, which I've been using that I can't show you my samples yet because they're for an upcoming event. But there's a set of 6. So it's called Flowers and Butterflies, not surprisingly, because, ta-da, it's flowers and butterflies. And then you have these vines. So I've been using these with my blending brushes, and they are gorgeous. They're easy to use, easy to line up. And so I will be showing some more of those soon. But for now, the samples I've made are for an upcoming event. And if you're interested, I should tell you in this event. So let me just give you a super brief commercial. So let me back up. So I have been on a few cruises that are crafting cruises that are not sponsored by Stampin' Up. They were sponsored by a demonstrator named Jen Gulch. Jen decided not to do, was it the 2020 cruise? So my friend Kirsten and we took over and we planned the, was it Alaska? I think it was for Alaska, 2020 cruise. Well, y'all know what happened in 2020. Canceled, no cruise, right? So in 2021, we decided we'll schedule another crafting cruise, and we did. But that one got canceled. So we did an online event, and there was about 115 people, I think, on our online 3-day event. So it was virtual crafting to Alaska. It was a lot of fun. We also have now, hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be going to Alaska in 2022. It's all booked. We have crafters all booked. We're going to be doing amazing projects. But in addition to that, which you can still sign up for that, by the way, if you would like to cruise with us, I am a guest presenter with these cute masks, as well as, let me grab the stamp set. It's called Flowing Flowers. So I'm using this stamp set and these masks, and I am a guest presenter at a, no, it's not 3 days. Is it 3 days? It is. It's an online event in February, but the deadline to sign up is tomorrow, January 1st. I did blog about it. I've put it on social media, and it is virtual crafting to Paris. So no, we're not getting on a plane. We're not going to Paris, but it's adorable Paris theme. Kirsten and Melanie have done a beautiful job of finding really cute gifts and prizes and treats and whatnot. And so I am a guest presenter doing a class with 5 projects with these. So if you'd like info, I can post that on the link as well. But like I said, tomorrow, January 1st, is the deadline to sign up for that. Oh, I will get to your question, Helen. That's a great question. Let me just scroll back. How do I keep the stencils from moving? I use washi tape or Post-it tape or Post-it notes. Yes, Tammy, you need to come over and play. And then let's see, there was a question. Oh, that's a great idea. Kimberly said she labels things similarly, but she also adds the word mini or SAB to denote which catalog. I'll show you what I actually did. And I don't think that you probably caught this because there was really no reason to notice. But what I did, all of my annual catalog or past products just have a single border. The mini catalog, I did the double border. It's just for me, just so I can see it at a glance that it's the mini catalog. I know, it's like I said, you probably didn't notice and it's not a big deal, but that's what I did to denote that difference. But yes, it would be great to put that on there. So let's see. How big is my work table that I can have all this in front of me and have space to work? Okay, this countertop was something that was being thrown away from a business about, oh my gosh, 18, 20 years ago. And it's 8 feet long. And the thing I love about it is it's very deep. So I think it's like 32 inches deep. So over here in front of me, I have room to have, like I showed you, the clear blocks. I have my adhesives. I had my dies. And then I have the Stampin' storage units in front of me. And I love that it's deep so that I have this space. And then off to either side, I have, like I showed you, this box of my new dies and stamp sets. I have things like cello bags and my pierce mat and my silicone mat and my 8x8 grid sheets, things like that. And then over to my right side, I have a caddy that has like Post-it notes and my catalogs and my trimmer. And I showed you that whole caddy that holds all of my embellishments. So it's very nice to have this nice long 8-foot countertop. Behind me is my 8-foot countertop. Again, it was being thrown away, so I just, repurposed it. And that has my die cutting, my Carl cutter, and my scoreboard, my Stampin' Score, what is it called? Score, whatever it is. The big scoring thing that's like 12 by 12. Yeah. So it's delightful that I have these 2 big countertops. And let's see, were there any other questions? Yes, Juanita, cruising out of Seattle. Exactly. Thank you. And thanks, honey, for answering. My husband's on here. How fun. He's like 2 rooms away in his office at the front of the house. Oh, Sherry, that's a great idea as well. She was saying that she also labels how many dies were in the set. That is such a fabulous idea. Okay, so I am kind of, I know what I was going to tell you. So here's my funny story. And it's actually, here, can I show you something first? Hang on one second. I think I've shown this before. Here are the masks from the annual catalog. And I want to show you, did you see me struggling with this because they were caught on each other? I want to show you what I've done. I have taken a 6x6 piece of thick cardstock, white cardstock, and there's a piece of just cellophane tape, not masking, just, regular Scotch tape. And so it's kind of like a hinge, see? Okay, so then I would take, when I want to use this, I would take my piece of cardstock, I would slip it in, I would use my blending brush or my dauber or my spritzer, I would color my cardstock, and then I would clean this off. So I have done that, and that way, see how they're not sticking on each other? See that? It's perfect. And then these are the envelopes that the dies from Stampin' Up! Actually come in. And I just slip them in there in a set. I haven't done that yet with the brand new ones because I just started using them. But I will, because did you see how they were getting stuck? See how they're stuck on each other? And you don't want to rip them. You don't want to pull this apart and rip part of it or bend it. So I will be doing that soon. But that's a great tip for you if you don't already store them like that. Simply Scored. Thank you, Catherine. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of that. That was so funny. So I just have a funny story for you. Then we'll look at the ribbons, and then I think we'll wrap this up. This is a good lesson for you. In the catalog, which I can't open it for you and show you, but you know what? I can show you in the current holiday catalog. I can show you the same idea because it's the same in the new mini catalog. When you go to look at a bundle, You'll see the stamp set. You'll see the name and the item code and the price for the stamp set. You'll see the bundle. You'll see the stamp set and the dies. And then you'll also see another little box over here if you just want the dies. So there are 3 ordering codes. This set in the new catalog is a bundle. It has dies, but I accidentally looked at the wrong number and I only ordered the set. So I caught that when I was organizing here in my little bucket. And I did order the dies. They just haven't arrived yet. But this is a good lesson for you. As you look at the Stampin' Up! Catalogs, make sure if you want the bundle that you're reading carefully. It says bundle and it has a number and a price. They are 10% off. All bundles are discounted. But when there are 3 different codes, it can get confusing. And so, yes, I'm human and I didn't get the bundle. So my dies are coming. So I have this one just separately in my new little caddy there. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm like, Louise, I'm glad you like that tip about the stencils because that really has saved me. So let's just look at the ribbons and I'll let you go. And let's see. Oh, great tip. Photocopying the dies so that she knows what belongs in each set. Great idea. I've also seen that some people take a white marker, like I guess a chalk marker or a gel pen. I think that would work better. And they trace around so that when you take the die off and you use it, you can see right away, uh-oh, the ladder is missing, and you can put it right back. I have not ever taken the time to do that, but I think it's a fabulous tip. So that is something you could also do. So let's look at the ribbons real quick. There is red faux linen. Isn't this pretty? It's really, really soft and it's kind of sheer. It's kind of an open-ish weave, shall we say. And look, super pliable. So what I love about that, it means you're going to be able to tie a knot or a bow, put it on your card, and it won't be so lumpy. And hopefully, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't need extra postage on this one. It's always safe in the US to take it to your post office and check to make sure that it's not too lumpy. But I think this one will not be lumpy. It's so funny. I take mail in all the time. My post office ladies know me. And I always say, lumpy mail, can you check? And they just laugh because they know what I mean. There's a lump, there's a bow, there's a knot, there's an embellishment, whatever. This one is called Evening Evergreen Window Pane Check Ribbon. And I was looking at this at first. I'm like, it's a what? I'm like, oh, that's the German one. I was like, I don't know what that says. So window pane check ribbon in Evening Evergreen. And this is really different. I don't remember ever having a ribbon quite like this. So nice color. It'll go also really well with shaded spruce and the Just Jade and Mint Macaron. I think it'll coordinate beautifully with any of those greens. And it's pretty pliable. It's pretty soft. So again, hopefully with a bow, it won't be too lumpy. I don't think it will be. Let's just do a quick bow and see how that feels. Yeah, that really compresses nicely. So I think that might get away with not having extra postage on that. But again, you always want to check with your post office. And then we have frayed ribbon. So the edges are frayed on this white ribbon, and it's got a little bit of iridescent-y sparkliness to it, and it's very soft, but just the width of it, I think if you tied a bow, you definitely need extra postage, or maybe even a knot. Can I retire it? Can you retire it? Oh, retie it? This? Sure. So I made a loop, and then I looped around, and then I pulled a loop through. And I would tie it all the way around a card. I'm just doing it like in the air just to see if it was lumpy. and it's really not. So yeah, I really like that. Yeah, did that help, Carrie? I hope so. Okay. And so the red, the white, the green, and then there's this 2-pack. It is called Cotton Ribbon Combo Pack. So I need to, hang on, let me see if it says exactly what colors these are. I think it's Misty Moonlight, but I think that's Pale Papaya. Page 43. Let me just look it up real quick for you. And, oh, Petal Pink. Okay, Misty Moonlight and Petal Pink. But I would say this definitely goes with Pale Papaya. Petal Pink would probably also look really great with Flirty Flamingo. I could see using this with Calypso Coral, and this, of course, would work with Night of Navy really nicely, with Pool Party, Balmy Blue. So yeah, and super, super, super soft, super pliable. It just like smashes into nothing, which I like. I do not tend to use ribbons that are really stiff and bulky just because of trying to mail them in a card. It just doesn't work well. So I love it when there's a Stampin' Up! Ribbon that's really soft. All right. Oh, and let me just grab, I'll show you if you haven't seen this tip that I use. So I had a whole bunch of these clips left over from some Stampin' Up! Kit or Paper Pumpkin. I don't remember exactly. But what I do in my drawer of ribbons is, after my roll is open and I'm using it, I just clip it like that so that these don't come unrolled everywhere in my drawer, and they are in my drawer like that. So that's how I store them. And then lastly, this goes with the, is it called, well, this is called Fan. I'll show you just one sec. It's this cute designer paper that we looked at the beginning. So you have all these sports fan, baseball themed, and these 3 baker's twines coordinate. The colors look great. Super fun. You could use those for any time. You could stock up and save some of that for Christmas. You could even use that for Christmas or Valentine, even though I'm pretty sure it's either Poppy Parade or Coral would go with those. And then, of course, blue, you know, whatever you'd like to use that for. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm just checking for questions. Yeah, it does. I know. Tammy said it has Oakland A's in mind because look at the colors. These are the 2 colors of the Oakland A's. So I'm excited to make some cards with these for my husband and son because we enjoy the Oakland A's at our house. So those are the new products I had out to show you. I know that was a lot. And my goodness, we just had such a fun look at all of these new suites and bundles and papers and accessories, Sale-a-bration items. If you have questions, please post them now. I'm going to look back through the comments, but just wanted to give you an overview kind of what we looked at. I just really enjoyed going over this with you. Oh, good. Val says her hubby is an A's fan as well. That is fun. I am happy to hear that. So any questions about the organization that I shared with you, the products, how Sale-a-bration works, the free gifts, any of that? And I will post all those links that we talked about. So the virtual crafting to Paris, the cruise to Alaska, the Stampin' Storage magnet sheets, magnet cards, the storage pockets, and the dividers. I'll post all of those links. Was there anything else that you wanted me to post a link to? I will write them down and get this done in just a couple of minutes. Yes, feel free to watch the replay, Val. Thank you. You're welcome, Nell. Glad you enjoyed this. Just as a reminder, the mini catalog starts January 4th. If you're one of my customers, I always put this sticker on the back with the dates. Even though the dates are here, they're really tiny. So I always put the dates on the back for my customers. And also, of course, information about where you can find me. And inside, you'll always find my postcard with information about me, where to find me on social media, your shopping list, a few reminders, and then free stamps with Patty, which is my customer loyalty program. When you fill that out, you pick $40 of free product. So those are always inside my customer catalogs. If you're one of my customers and you need a catalog, please let me know. I'm happy to get one out to you if you didn't already see it. Receive it, sorry. Yes, Happy New Year, Anne. You're welcome. I'm glad you loved the links, Bella, will be, so when I'm done, usually you have to give me a minute because I have to turn all this off, get downstairs to my computer. They will be in the description of this video. So up at the top of the description of this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be below the video. Let's see. You're welcome, Jean. I'm glad you loved the tips. Oh, Stacy already placed her Amazon order. That's right. That was the other thing I showed you were these pockets for my embellishments. That's right. I knew there was something else. Oh, and the bins and the embellishment. Thank you, Patty. This and the bins. Yes, I will get that information on there as well. You're welcome, everyone. So glad you enjoyed it. Anything else that you have a question on? Thanks, Donna. Glad you enjoyed the tips. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. Chris Ann says she has an alarm set on her phone for 11 a.m. on Fridays. Guess what? I do too. I have one set for 10 o'clock, 10:38, and 11, just so I don't forget to get on here. Not that I would, but you know, you never know. You're welcome. So glad you enjoyed the sneak peeks, everyone. Happy New Year to you. I hope that your New Year's Eve is safe and fun, and happy 2022. Can you believe that? Tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Today for some of you. I know you're watching from Australia. Oh yes, Sandy. Yep. 30 years and still amazing products. I know. Exactly. Oh, good. Patty says she's organizing her masks on the cardstock as we speak. It's such a great way to store them. It's just such a great tip. I'm glad you liked it. You're welcome. Sure, Pat, if you have your own customers, you're welcome to use the idea. You can go to pattystamps.com and look at my form there. There's a PDF, and you are welcome to use the idea for your customers. So yeah, I will let you all go. It's lunchtime here, and I'll see you on next Friday. So we will be doing those, the tulip cards with this paper and the 2 tulip bundles. We will be doing those cards next Friday. All right. I am so glad you joined me. Thank you so much. And I will see you all next week. Oh, Ellen, you'll have to rewatch the beginning. I explained how to do these at the beginning. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.